What is up everybody, Gifford here, and today's video is all about how to calculate how much your KiwiSaver will be at retirement. Understanding how much money you have at retirement is so important, as it helps you plan how you should be spending your money right now, and more importantly, how much you should try to earn. I don't see this information readily available, and if you think the cost of living is expensive right now, it will be harder when you're older and have less opportunity to generate income. And if I can help prevent someone having to flat in their 60s like in this news article, then this video is worthwhile, so watch till the end and let's figure out what you can expect to get. The key point here is planning ahead before it's too late. At the end, I have some real actions you can take which you could grow your KiwiSaver by tens of thousands of dollars. And for people that are nearing their retirement, at the end of this video I'll also share how much you can expect to get from the New Zealand government pension scheme. So since the stock market is the stock market, no one can predict what will happen, so you can only really go by estimation. Here is a list of expected returns if all things remain the same. Due to the stock market being unpredictable, property investing is popular as a retirement money generator, as it's more predictable with regards to weekly cash flows. So as you can see there from the different fund types, from going from conservative all the way up to high growth, the average you can expect to return grows up greatly, but also the risk. As well as it going up, it can also go down as well, so you got to be careful which fund you pick. So different funds have different timelines to be able to reach these averages. So on the left hand side you can see that conservative to moderate should be under 4 years if you're to invest in it. Balance should be around about 8 years, and if you're going for growth to high growth, or aggressive funds is another name for them, you should be investing for at least 11 years in it to be able to achieve these expected results over on the right. Now that you know the expected rates, we can now plug in these numbers here using this tool online and Sorted. So after you click the link, it shows you this page here, which is KiwiSaver calculator. What you want to do is click retirement. So this pop-up then says I'm aiming to start using my KiwiSaver money at 65, so that's the New Zealand retirement age, which is correct. Then it's asking you how old you are. So let's say if you're someone young starting your career, you would be 20 years old. So I highly recommend that you start as young as possible. This way that even if you're not going to be thinking about retirement, you can use it for your first home as well. But this is just an example. If someone was to start 20 years old at their working life, they plug it in here, and then next question is currently employed, yep, and you earn. Now we're going to put in near the minimum wage, which is about $48,000, but let's just say you get a little bit above minimum wage just to make it easier, so we'll go with $50,000 a year. Click next. So the next question is how much your KiwiSaver balance will be, but since you're starting at 20, it's going to be at $0 because you've just started. Now your fund type, what you're going to do is you're going to change that to aggressive, and then you contribute the minimum, which is 3%, and your employer contributes the minimum as well, which is also 3%, and then hit your results. And just like that, it's come up here with the results for your KiwiSaver here, and they're saying that at 65, if you invest 3% in aggressive, you'll get $409,798. And it's expecting you to use this money from 65 all the way up to 90 years old, and it says here that you'll get about $378 per week. And a very important point here, it's also taking inflation into account, especially over the long period. Now, these numbers are all estimations, obviously, because this is the future, and this is very far away, especially if you are 20, thinking all the way up to 65. But then this just lets you know what the potential outcome could be and shows you that KiwiSaver investing is worthwhile for your retirement. You're also welcome to use this calculator here to change some numbers to, if you want to change it to 10%, see it's up here, or even weekly, fortnightly, just change these numbers around. Or if you want to go defensive and then have a look at that as well and go back to 3%. That the total amount is actually lower if you are to be a bit more defensive, maybe you have a bit more money, or you just have a different strategy. But yeah, feel free to use this calculator, change some numbers around, and it gives you a really good idea of where you're going to be. So a more realistic way to measure your KiwiSaver is actually to collect data. The benefit of this is that you can action and make decisions to save more money in the present time to make sure that you'll be able to reach your target. So from this graph here that I've made, so this is my actual graph and actual numbers that I've written down. In 2016 to 2024, my KiwiSaver has doubled, and in 2044, my projections of 20 years later, then I can expect that it will triple the amount at around about $160,000. So really, if I'm happy with this outcome, then I change nothing and continue what I'm doing. But if I want more money and have a more luxurious retirement, then I obviously need to increase my investing amount. And this is really the power of it, is to be able to understand what it's going to be later on, so then I can make decisions right now to either work less or work more to invest more, so that my retirement is a lot better. And as you can see here from the graph, KiwiSaver is not in a straight line. The stock market is either going to go up and down every year over the decade, so again, you can only estimate. But the main important point here is about reacting to what these numbers are, and in yourself changing the way you spend, the way you save money to be able to meet your goals in the future. And the other thing as well, if you are nearing retirement age, as well as the money that you've invested in KiwiSaver, hopefully by that time, it's definitely the case now that people, when they retire now, get superannuation. So here is a link here who is eligible for that, and also the payment rates you can see here in this link as well. Both of these I'll put in the description of this video, so feel free to have a look at those. Along with your KiwiSaver, if you retire right now, the government does give you extra money for retirement. So 160k with superannuation would be a great target, providing you already had a pay paid off house, which should be a goal you should have. And just to give you an idea of what's going on, here's my Sharesies KiwiSaver. So you can see here I've got investments, that's my own investments that I want to be building up in myself, but my KiwiSaver here has got $59,000, but you saw that before anyway from my graph and how I track it. So thinking about the future, hopefully my own investments will also grow along with my KiwiSaver. Who knows, in that time hopefully there is still a superannuation that will be able to boost it up. But as you can see here, if I can keep contributing, I'm going to have some sort of money for myself at retirement. So in summary, the most important point here is to understand how much you get so you know how to budget in your retirement, or make changes now to prepare. Remember that increasing your income now will boost KiwiSaver contributions, which will significantly make life much better at retirement for you. Planning while you're young and have energy, along with compound interest doing its thing over the years, means you won't be flatting with others at age 65. All is not lost if you're retiring soon. The New Zealand government gives you a pension of $1,038.94 per fortnight. Anyway, that is enough for me. Thank you very much for watching. It's good to be back. If you have any questions for me, feel free to comment down below, and don't forget to hit that like button. The trading platform I use is Interactive Brokers, Hatch Invest, Stake, and Sharesies for individual companies, and I use InvestNow for index funds. If you want to start investing, you can use any of my referral codes down below to start your own investing journey if you are from New Zealand. Also, if you want to hear more from me, feel free to follow me over on Instagram, where I post every now and then about the stock market and also what I'm doing in my own investing. And if you like this kind of content from someone from New Zealand, feel free to subscribe. I also do personal finance, property investing, and my stock market journey, obviously, in this channel. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.